Welcome to another video. I'm back with another top 10 recommendation. Be sure to subscribe for regular updates. And without further delay, let's get into the top 10. Number 10 comes with The Night King Who Returned with a God. This work introduces a protagonist who returns to Earth after 300 years of demon hunting spree in another realm. However, he isn't alone in his return. This manhwa is an unexpected gem that recently started and delivers unexpected humor. The main character stands out for his exceptional wit. Even though he was once a human from Earth, he acts like a king from another realm and messes with everyone. Despite only having a handful of chapters, the story has loads of potential. This is indeed your typical tower dungeon work, with an overpowered main character, but the truth is there are so many new and refreshing aspects to this story that it feels like it's a completely different genre. The protagonist's unique traits like not being fixated on gender or avoiding childish behavior contribute to a charismatic and respectable character. It's a breath of fresh air in a genre often plagued by repetitive tropes. My hope is that the intriguing character dynamics continue to evolve, maintaining the enjoyable tone set in the initial chapters. The Night King Who Returned with a God is a delightful surprise worth keeping an eye on. There's no official translation at the moment. In number 9 we have Goldprint. Goldprint narrates the story of a construction site manager who harbors a long-standing dream of becoming an architectural designer. Fueled by a desire nurtured since the age of 12, he finds himself stuck in a career that doesn't align with his passion. However, a miraculous turn of events sends him back to his university days 20 years prior, granting him the chance to pursue his dream. Now, this is a very familiar trope of the main character reincarnating to correct their life choices, a genre I like to call second chances. Even though all of these works follow the same pattern, it's something I really enjoy reading. The plot includes the standard elements: family struggles, workplace drama, and a dash of bullying. While the story is not exceptional and follows predictable patterns, it serves as a quick and entertaining read, perfect for a lazy Sunday afternoon, for example. If you're like me and enjoy this type of story, make sure to not only check out this work, but also check out my top 10 on Second Chances Manhwa, where you can find many others like this. There's no official translation at the moment. Number 8 comes with Martial God Who Regressed Back to Level 2. The story kicks off with an apocalyptic scenario where humanity failed, and Earth faced erasure. Martial Saint Sung Ji-han defies the erasure, earning a chance to go back to the beginning and alter the course of history. Vowing to prevent Korea's downfall and seeking vengeance, Sung Ji-han embarks on a journey to become the martial god. While the plot leans on a generic premise of time regression and revenge, the pacing so far is quite incredible. They don't dwell on the small stuff and keep the story flowing nicely, all while explaining everything that needs to be explained. The characters are also well developed, and Sung Ji-han's likability adds depth to the narrative. Although it's somewhat different from other stories, the same elements make it feel familiar to what we are used to reading. Now, if that's a good or a bad thing, that's up for you to decide. Overall, for me, it's a good read with a promising start, making it a worthwhile choice for fans of martial arts and time travel genres. There's no official translation at the moment. In number 7 we have Solo Farming in the Tower. Solo Farming in the Tower unfolds as a mysterious tower, akin to a dungeon, appears in the city, offering both danger and opportunity. Sejun, a regular guy, finds himself stuck in a hidden area with only a few seeds and his wits. Thrust into a survival scenario, Sejun must farm, gather resources, and devise a strategy for his existence. Personally, I love this story. If you expect big fights, overpowered main characters, and that type of stuff, then this might not be the work for you. The main character gets stuck in an unknown part of the dungeon, and the only thing he has going for him is that he can farm. Of course, there are more elements added as the story progresses, but I don't want to spoil you. This is definitely a unique and enjoyable story that combines a bit of farming with slice of life and of course fantasy. Also, if you enjoy cute animals, there will be plenty of them. Without a doubt, something that you should definitely give a chance to. There's no official translation at the moment. Number 6 comes with Climbing a Tower Which Even Regressors Couldn't Conquer. And yeah, that's a long name. Climbing a Tower Which Even Regressors Couldn't Conquer kicks off with an unexpected twist. The protagonist's drunk girlfriend claims to have regressed in time and designates him as humanity's hope. Without much ado, he finds himself in a tower, determined to conquer it. The plot dives right in. lacking a substantial introduction but compensates with an intriguing and seemingly original storyline. Despite the abrupt start, the story follows an engaging journey up the tower, blending elements of time regression and determination to overcome challenges. It's definitely the same type of setting but with a different approach. And even though it's quite fast-paced, it's well maintained enough so you don't feel like you're rushing through the story. The story offers a unique twist on familiar themes, keeping me invested. If you can overlook the initial lack of setup, the manhwa promises an interesting and compelling adventure with the added bonus of a delightful companion character. There is no official translation at the moment. In number 5 we have Heir of Mythical Heroes. Now this one I found quite interesting, but it's also quite new, so it could either end up being amazing or just another run-of-the-mill work. Heir of Mythical Heroes introduces Han Jun-min, a top student in written exams who abandons his adventure dreams due to the lack of talent. During his hiatus from the Adventure Academy, he starts writing a fantasy novel, only to find his creation turning into reality. Endowed with the unique class of the author of the story and a special skill, Jun-min embarks on a quest to fulfill his dream of becoming a dungeon adventurer. While the overall story lacks uniqueness, in the sense that we have seen this dungeon and tower setting way too many times, it also adds uniqueness with the setting and skills of the main character. The art stands out with amazing characters and fights. I do think that while this story follows a lot of the normal tropes for this genre, because of the setting that's given to the main character, it can go very differently from what we are normally expecting. For now, I'll place my hopes on this work and hopefully it doesn't disappoint me. There's no official translation at the moment. Number 4 comes with My Little Brother is the Academy's Hotshot. I found this work recently and I really enjoy the path it's taking. It goes right into Rude Donato's journey, haunted by the loss of his comrades and older brother Haesir in a battle against the Dragon King. After slaying a mysterious dragon, Rudd finds himself back at the academy, but Haesir is nowhere to be found. In fact, it's like he's been erased from history. Determined to fill his brother's void, Rudd readies himself for the impending clash with the dragons. While some work focus too much on action, others focus on drama, and some even on suspense. This work has a perfect blend of everything without overindulging in one specifically. The plot is solid, offering a blend of laughter, heart-touching moments, thrilling fights, and more. Contrary to what I initially thought, the narrative about seeking a lost brother adds an intriguing layer, which was really fun to read, giving you a better understanding of the title as well. My Little Brothers is the Academy Hotshot is a refreshing read, avoiding the extremes of other genres, making it a well-rounded and engaging manhwa experience so far, with tons of potential for the future. There is no official translation at the moment. In number 3 we have The Healing Solaris Cleric. Also known as the Healing Priest of the Sun, this story centers around Han Jung-hoo, known as Kai, who faces bullying for his kindness. In the game mid, he stands out by helping others rather than pursuing quests. His luck takes a turn when he is granted the rare Solaris Cleric class, rewarding him for his virtuous deeds. Amid ruthless players, can this Mr. Nice Guy rise to the top? While the storyline follows a somewhat linear path, this story offers a light-hearted story for those looking for a relaxed read. The art is quite good, especially in the way it captures the characters' expressions. However, not everything is sunshine and rainbows. The over-sexualization of female characters may disappoint some of you. On the other hand, most NPCs introduced are likable, which adds a different charm to the story. Despite all of this, I know this won't appeal to everyone. I would recommend this for anyone who enjoys VR MMO stories, but newcomers might find other options like Legendary Moonlight Sculpture more engaging. If you do want to read the story, go over to Tapas for the official translation. Number 2 comes with Rookie Chef with a Magic Touch. This story follows the journey of Sing-Hoon Khan, a long-suffering cook's helper at the third-rate jewelry hotel. His self-esteem takes a hit until his unique abilities come to light. He can see the memory of an ingredient with just one touch. The kitchen's scorching heat contrasts with Kang's gentle demeanor as he battles life's grueling struggles. The question looms, can this rookie chef endure the heat, or should he exit the kitchen for good? The fantasy element in this story is very small, but it's still an amazing story. Kang is a compelling character facing numerous obstacles, and his rich past adds layers to the narrative, promising significant character growth. The story's magic is shown constantly when it blurs the line between reality and fantasy, while the amazing food art heightens the reading experience. This is more of a slice of life that adds a bit of fantasy to the mix, Personally, I love this type of work and it strays a bit from your usual RPG type fantasies. Without a doubt, something I absolutely recommend, so go over to Tapas for the official translation. And in number 1 we have SSS Glass Revival Hunter. This one doesn't need introduction, it's very well known. But recently I decided to read it again, and once again I love this work. The main character gains a legendary skill that allows him to copy abilities, but only upon death. And I won't say more. The plot is something we have seen before with Towers and Hunters, but it's amazing to see the main character navigating these challenges with his unique set of skills. While sometimes the plot does feel a bit rushed, especially when they skip floors, it still maintains its engagement with amazing background stories and overall development. The main character is another strong point of the story. He's smart and uses his skills differently than what you would normally expect from a fantasy story's main character. Overall, I highly recommend you to read the story. It's not just killing monsters, leveling up and grinding. There are many more elements that make it so fun to read. So, go over to Tapas for the official translation. Now guys, this is the top 10 Fantasy Manhwa Part 2. Did you find any manhwa that you haven't read yet? Did you like it? If this video helped you in any way, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to activate the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.